following program is intended for mature audiences. Your discretion is advised.
And here we are on a long overdue episode of Phantoms Radio with Keith Webster
and Nuna Minch.
And yes,
it's been a while. We haven't did a podcast in some years. We're just finally getting back on track. So we're going to open up with what we've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, what have you been doing?
What
I've been doing absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah. Actually, I came up with a script for a movie called Crazed. It's an independent. It's gonna be an independent film. It's gonna be a horror / thriller. We're actually looking for help with filming, with makeup artists, lighting, editing. If you want to get some experience in, you just get a hold of us on our Punk 69 Studios site or our new Phantoms Radio site that is on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes. Phantoms on Instagram and Facebook, but if you want to be my friend on Facebook, which I really could use,
yes,
I have no friends.
He can use all the friends he needs. It's Nuna Minch.
Yeah, look me up and we can be pals.
All right, now on to some news. Okay, as everybody knows, I-94 is being worked on, and everybody's upset. Now there's a exit on off of 60th Street is being redone, so nobody can get off of 60th Street. And right there is the Veterans Cemetery. So there's an undergoing separate international. Oh man, I just messed that up. Sorry about that.
Oh my God, you made me spit out my coffee.
It's been a minute. It's undergoing the construction, as you know, and we're wondering, us being, a paranormal podcast and film company and whatnot, what's going to be the status on if they're going to uplift any graves for the construction. And according to them, the Wisconsin DOT stated they are committed to no impacts in graves in the cemetery area, but the extended options could have affected Wood National Cemetery, which is located adjacent to the I-94 corridor. So we don't have to worry about people's loved ones being dug up and moved and all kinds of stuff, because there is very bad history of that happens, which I'm going to explain a scenario. My father's many years ago worked for a man up in Hayward, Wisconsin. He owned a cemetery, and he exposed himself and talked to my dad on a drunk bender one night that
kind of exposed yourself,
like
nakedness.
No, like hey, I did some fucked up shit, I'm gonna tell you about it.
Okay.
So there's graves that have been there for years and years and years, and no one comes, and they're very well neglected. So he says, okay, I ain't gonna worry about whoever was buried here, their family coming to see him. So he moves the stones, resells the plot, buries the next person that he's gonna bury, a new plot, a new headstone, and buries him on top of the old body.
Wow.
Now, he was doing this for a lot of years.
Did he ever get caught?
No.
Oh my God.
So that comes to show you that, man, a lot of people aren't honest when it comes to the cemetery business. So you have to be very worried about that. I mean, a lot of people are being cremated now. The newest thing was people being buried under a tree, like a sapling tree that grows, and that
I heard about
the
that.
nutrients from your body will help the tree grow, and then they put like a little placard of this is where you lie, and you help develop this tree, and you're contributing to the environment.
Well, when I die, I want to be stuffed, and I want to be taken advantage of. I'll be a sex toy.
I think everybody will stuff you and just want to kick you. So, moving in from that, we were always wondering about how did the thing of funeral homes start. So we did a little investigating and looked up on the internet, whatnot, like everybody else does.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's looking up fucking funeral homes and
Right.
investigating that shit.
People do it, dude. I mean,
Really?
Yeah, morbid goth chicks. You know, the chicks you like.
What is that called? Doom scrolling?
Something like that.
Grave scrolling?
Who knows? Okay. Well, anyways, the first established was by a cabinet maker, Anthony May, in 1759. The practice grew in the mid-19th century with embalming and during the Civil War. Now, before, they used to have their burials wakes at the house.
Now, why was that, though? What was the point of that, having it at the house? Because
More convenient.
Oh.
You know, it's more convenient. So you're laid out at your own place. You know. The women of the house, you know, they would prep the bodies, and this is before embalming. You know, so they would put the bodies out and whatnot, and they used to hide the scent of decaying bodies with flowers and whatnot.
that's what I was wondering.
That's why people don't know that's the origin of why people bring flowers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they always had flowers around to cover up the stench before embalming came into play.
Oh, okay.
Then it became a male-dominated profession. Like the funeral home-based care was particularly women. They prepared the deceased at home, and then once they found out it was profitable, they opened up funeral homes.
You know what'd be good? If we would have had our mortician friend. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh!
I won't mention that person's name because I don't know how she would feel about that, but having her part of this podcast would have been nice.
Yeah, we didn't think about that.
No, but then again, you know.
And then again, she's not in the right state of mind. So,
Nobody is.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm a fucking mess.
Right? So, on that basis, there's a lot of things about funeral homes. The practices from having someone laid out at home to the funeral home, the curtains were always closed. Now, the reason why curtains were always closed, it was believed that the spirits of the deceased would come look in and want to possess one of the living. So that was a, wives' tale or whatnot. So that's why even at funeral homes, they have those heavy drapes.
But where does the topic of lighting a candle in the window come from? Is that sort of dead could find their way back?
Yeah, that's another thing. Another thing is back in the day when they couldn't really tell if you were dead or not for whatever reason, they would put this bell by the grave, on top of the grave, and the string would go all the way into the coffin. So for some odd reason, because I guess there was instances way back in the days, I don't know exactly what date, that people were like waking up out of their sickness coma or whatever and banging, they're buried alive.
Funny you should say that. That actually just happened recently. I think it was in Thailand where they started burying some woman, and she came back to life. And hang on, keep talking. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, look that up. So they would put this string or rope all the way put a hole in the coffin and put it in there in case they woke up. So that's why in like very old cemeteries you would see little bell things, and that's like when the wind would blow, you would hear them throughout the cemetery. And these are very old cemeteries, not the modern cemeteries of today. Another thing was, if you are into the paranormal and if you're into horror or whatnot, there were graves that are covered by a metal cage. That was believed because of the vampire phenomenon back in the 1600s in Europe, that they would make these cages so the dead would not come back and prey upon the living.
So I found this. So it was Thailand.
Okay.
A woman in Thailand who was found alive in her coffin at a Buddhist temple was saved from organ donation and cremation because her brother didn't have a death certificate. So I guess she was alive inside the coffin. She was slightly moving her arms and head. I mean, how do you fucking... It doesn't make sense because you still gotta what? Don't they embalm in Thailand?
I have no idea. That's something we'd have to look upon and figure something out.
Yeah, it's some fucking creepy shit.
Yeah. So on to something else we were talking about.
Gay porn?
No, that is your profession. I know you're acting. I know you're applying for parts with that. So we're not going to get into that.
Oh my God! Here we go.
But we started talking about our childhood. There was facts of playing tag, ding dong ditch. What other games were there?
Duck Duck Goose.
Duck Duck Goose.
Kick the Can.
Kick the Can.
Well, the bubblegum in a dish.
Okay, well that was like for tag. So,
but still, it's like. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like in the presence, okay, everybody's gonna come play tag. I mean, we've all done it. I mean, in this generation, you Gen Zers and all you guys before after us, probably not.
I don't think anybody after us does
anyway,
any of that shit.
Okay, so, anyways, what we would do, a group of kids say, "Hey, we're gonna play tag." So who's gonna be it? So everybody's got to put their foot in. And there's these little sayings. And it would go, okay, bubblegum in a dish, how many pieces do you wish? And it lands on a certain person's foot, and the person would say 5. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you count the feet, and you are not it. And it kept repeating it until there was one person or 2 people left, and then the last person, they were it to start the game. So it was kind of like everybody was like hyped, like, oh, I don't want to be it. And then it came down to the last 2, and it was like everybody was caught up in the moment, like who's going to be it, Either is like one person was the real fast one, they're going to tag everybody, or the slowest person on the planet, you ain't got to worry about it. So that's where that came from.
But see, while you're talking about that, I hold here in my hand. Mystery.
A vibrator? Yeah.
Okay. Battery's dead.
Okay.
No, I hold here. Okay, childhood games like bubblegum was a tradition passed down through generations of kids, evolving from simple rhymes and counting out games like Duck Duck Goose. So, oral traditions sounds real fucking sexual right there. Oral.
Well, it's oral. That's something we say in Native culture. Oral, it's handed down orally, like
right.
You're telling stories. You're passing down information. Orally.
Yeah, these rhymes and games aren't written down by one person. They're folklore, shared by kids on playgrounds and changing slightly with each group.
Okay. So here's another one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And then it would go on until the last person.
Yeah, but it's like still, like, who the fuck thought of this shit? Oh, there we go.
That's who thought of it. Thought of it.
Dude ripped ass.
So,
oh my God.
I don't know. Like I said, you just grow up and it's like, you're the younger kid and all the older kids are playing. So, boom, you finally get to play with the older kids and, and then you learn it and then you pass it on, everybody in the neighborhood played these types of games. I mean, like back in my day, we played Kid Can till midnight, because, sometimes your parents weren't home or working or whatever the case may be. King of the Mountain. King of the Mountain was like after the big snowstorm, they plow the snow. So there's these big hills. So everybody would, meet up in the parking lot, whatever. And one guy would get up there and he's king of the hill. So your job was to get him down. He'd throw you down, because he had the high ground. So then, the person who threw the king off the mountain, he became king, So that was a game.
How many of these games did you play when you were a kid?
Ding Dong Ditch, where you would walk up to a stranger or somebody in the neighborhood that the kids didn't like, somebody who was always yelling at the kids or whatever. You would ring their doorbell and rung. And then you would peek around the corner or whatever and see them come out and and after a while, if they were like the constant victims of ding dong ditch, they'd come out yelling, or they'd have a stick. Actually, you'd get beat up. If you got caught, you got beat, or you got taken to your parents' house.
You know, I kind of felt like a lazy child. The most I did was sit on my porch and call like fucking ambulances, taxi cabs, and fucking delivery pizza to a guy across the street and sat there and watched them all show up at once. Oh my God. It's like, they all show up at once and they'd be like fucking, everybody be upset. He'd be upset trying to, do we even call the fucking a telegram? Or you would come fucking dance on the porch?
Well, I mean, like, I was a kid in the 70s, you know. So I grew up in the 70s where we, you know, had to be, we were outside from after school, after we did our homework or whatever we had to do, and we had to put on our outside clothes. We had school shoes. Our school shoes were our new shoes, and our old shoes were our shoes from last year. But
so you think being born in the 70s, now you're better than me?
Of course I am better than you. Regardless what era I was born in.
Oh, wow.
No, but I mean, it was more like, you know, you went outside, your thing was outside. Everybody met up in the neighborhood. Everybody had met up by somebody's house. Like, no matter what. We would meet up at one house, and their mom would make homemade tortillas, too. So we're sitting there, you know, like, you know, 7 kids, you know, buttering up homemade tortillas. Not stuff you're buying at El Rey or whatever, but homemade.
And not once did you think,
dude, I didn't even know you. You didn't even exist, dude. When were you born? 1980?
Yeah, no, 74.
74. Well, I didn't even know you so.
But you should have thought about me in the future.
Anyways. So when we talk about these games and everything, it was a way to pass the time. What else? You know, you'd have your races against each other. If everybody had a bike, everybody went bike riding miles away from home.
What was that one game where they would play, where it's like, it was like tag, but you have to run from a pole. The pole was safety.
Yeah, but that was glue.
Glue?
Yeah,
okay,
it was glue.
What it was called?
Everybody had to go to glue, you know. And it's like you could only run to it. You couldn't be that one kid who was like run half, like 3 steps away and stay by glue.
You know, I mean, I've been hit by multiple cars through my life, but playing kick the can at night, I got fucking nailed by a car. Fucking, I was trying to run across the street to kick the can. This motherfucker just ran right into me. Didn't stop. Kept on going.
And you know what? That would have been one of the times I really would have liked to know you then. So I could watch you fly in the air and, you know, watch the ambulance come get you.
Fuck, man, I've been hit by multiple cars, you know. Even in my adulthood. My drunken, fucking chaotic state. Fucking this old dude. Fucking, I was trying to cross the street. This old dude pulled up in a car. I was actually on my way to my parents' house. I was walking. I was too drunk.
This just happened recently, didn't? Or not recently, about a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember this story.
Yeah, I was too drunk to drive. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to walk to my parents' house, which is kind of a little bit of a walk.
You're probably too drunk to walk.
I was too drunk for everything. But I was walking. This old dude, and it's like, I can't remember if it was a Buick or a Cadillac, like pulls up in front of me, like literally stops, kind of hits my leg, and I got all pissed off because I was drinking. So I started hitting the hood of his car. Dude floors it. Fucking hits me. I fucking fly over, land on the fucking ground. Dude takes off. So I'm laying there, and I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. My body was hurting. So I start walking. Dude came back around. The next block I headed up to, dude came back around, saw me, fucking gunned it again. Fucking hit me a second time. I took his fucking mirror off. By the time I got to my parents' house, I was bleeding, fucking limping. Oh, dude, I fucking ruined my brand new shirt.
I could imagine that guy. Goddamn punk, you want to stop me? Run your ass over.
Before I got to my parents' house, I stopped at the gas station on 13th and Morgan. Mm. And I was like, I got to get some cigarettes. Fucking Red Bull or something. I'm standing in line, dude. This is all within I'm fucking bleeding all over the floor. Fucking there's chicks in front of me. I don't know what the fuck happened or what she thought was happening, but she went outside, got her boyfriend. Her boyfriend walked in the fucking place. Are you looking at my bitch? You looking at my bitch?
Well, I remember the story.
Yeah, he's like fucking yelling at me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, come outside right now. I'll take care of you. Come out. I'm like, I ain't gonna fucking come outside. What the fuck are you talking about? Why don't you come inside? It's cold out there. No, but dude, like, he kept talking about he's gonna cat me. He's gonna do all that. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck was going on. So I don't know what she thought if I was looking at her, which I wasn't even fucking looking at her. I was fucking in a drunken doze.
Well, for those who are new to Phantoms Radio, our friend Noonan Minch is tattooed. His face is tattooed. He looks like a sugar skull. Or in other words, he looks like a fucking drunk raccoon. He cosplays as a raccoon, or he identifies as a drunk raccoon.
Yes.
So you know that would paint the picture like this. Broad is looking at him, and he's like staring into nowhere. So she probably got scared or whatever. He's looking at me, or she just probably wanted to fucking see if her boyfriend had enough nuts to fight or some shit.
Right? Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Back to the paranormal.
Oh, I know my story wasn't good enough. You just fucking changed it.
Anyways,
what the fuck?
Nobody likes you. So we were talking about doing.
This ain't the Keith show.
No, it's Phantoms Radio.
Right.
So we're staying.
I was gonna finish my goddamn story.
That was the story.
No, I mean, what if there was more? You don't know.
Dude, you told me the story. That's it. You didn't go fight him.
But
dun, 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 dun. The end. So there was we were doing a paranormal investigation at the Encore Gentlemen's Club, strip club, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. We've been at it for a minute. A lot of detours, a lot of problems. Not with the Encore itself, but with us as far as editing, and there's a couple of interviews we still needed to do, and finally getting all the footage together to edit. So we're in the midst of that. Some of the girls there have been talked to about doing certain parts in this upcoming movie, and so we're going to be doing like live readings. So what we might do is an episode of Phantoms Radio. We might have a live show where we're doing these readings. So hopefully we'll have video hooked up to it, and where you guys will be able to see our process and how somewhat professional how does it.
Well, you know what though? What if we have the audience pick the best person that? Why do you keep farting every time I talk?
Because you're full of shit.
Dude, all I hear is Aflac.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, if we have the audience hear these women doing the reading, maybe have the audience pick.
Or they give their opinion.
Yeah, give their opinion who did the best reading.
Yeah. That'll be something we can discuss, and then you guys could chime in and say, hey, we think, contestant number 1 did well, or contestant number 2, or whatever.
This ain't the dating game.
Or the homeless woman fucking pissed herself did the best job.
Oh, she probably would do the best job.
Probably.
Yeah, that's gonna be Oscar nomination.
Oscar worthy.
Yeah.
Our premise on that. So in the near future, we're going to be doing readings for the movie, and we're going to be finishing up our investigation of the Encore, and we're going to be putting it out on Facebook.
On beta.
On beta.
Not VHS. We're going right to beta.
We're going back to beta. So you're going to have to buy beta tapes from us to watch.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see it hopefully sooner than later. We're not going to give dates, so we don't want to sit there, hey, we're going to do this and this is going to happen.
Yeah, we're really unreliable.
All of a sudden, nothing happened. You're like, these guys are full of shit.
I know. So, yeah, I don't trust myself at all.
Yeah. But as far as our first episode back after many, many months away, I thought this was a good one.
And it's not even my fault. This is all you.
Gee, we're not even going to get into that, dude.
Dude, I've been ready to go for fucking years.
You've been ready to go to the loony bin.
I've been there.
Yeah, exactly. So this is why things haven't gotten done. So anyways, we're going to wrap this up.
Dude, I didn't even talk about how mad I am.
Anyways, we don't want to hear about it.
Dude,
Nobody wants
I'm
to hear
mad.
it. Nobody wants to hear
I'm
it.
angry.
5 minutes.
I'm angry.
Anyways, we're going to wrap this up. We
Fuck
thank
this
you.
shit.
We thank you for your time and listening to our podcast.
Fucking Keith show.
We hope to get more viewers. Tell your friends if they're interested in the paranormal and shit talking. You know,
we didn't even do shit talking.
You are a shit talker. That's what, dude.
No, you know what? I had fucking shit to say. Get off my fucking mind about how angry I am. You're not letting me talk. It's all about the Keith show and about titties and vagina and whatever else the fuck is going on.
That pretty much people want to hear about titties and vagina. They don't want to hear about your fucking issues.
See what I mean? We need special guests to fucking
see. For all you people that are emos, you can relate to this fucking sorry, sad fuck here.
Oh my God! You know what?
Crying and whining and just bullshit.
I had a lot to tell the audience.
Yeah.
About how my life sucks.
This is the part where you turn off, so you don't have to hear.
And I wanted the audience to know how much I hate Jeeps and all these fucking ducks.
Oh, Jeeps and ducks, yeah.
No, I don't even want to talk anymore.
Who started that?
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, next episode, we're going to talk about these people that put rubber ducks that they get out of vending machines on their Jeeps, and they have a collection, and it looks ridiculous.
You know what? I'm going to leave this as a cliffhanger. Let everybody fucking stew in this fucking bullshit fucking... I'm done, dude. I quit.
Yeah, until next week.
Until next week! Yes.
This is Keith Webster
and Nuno Minch
signing off
on Phantoms Radio.
Gay Boy Nuna.
Wow.